So this is my aquaponics system. I've got 2 goldfish here, a koi, and I got a suckerfish right there. This tank right here is about a 20-gallon storage tote that I use for a fish tank. I got it about halfway full, so it's probably about 10 gallons. I can probably top it off. I'll do that tonight. And I got 2 grow beds that I got here. So I got a squash right here that's just budding the past couple days. I got some peppers right here that are starting to grow. It looks like I have some kind of mint or something right there. And here's a bean. Here's some wheatgrass. I've got a few onions right here. Here's some sugar snap peas I got going on here. There's a couple peanut plants I got. Here's basil. I actually went to the local grocery store and I got some basil from the store to make some spaghetti a few months ago. And this thing, all I did was make a fresh cut on here, and it has been going off on this system. I've got a few smaller ones that I actually planted from seed. I got some Swiss chard that's starting to go off pretty good. I got quite a bit more bean plants over in this grow bed, and as you can see, this is my bean plants right here, and they are just growing on this trellis right here. I mean, this thing is getting pretty big. It'll probably end up going up here and then over the loft, the way I got it set up right now. But better than what I had it on. It was growing on this. It was just getting too big for it. And then I got some lettuce right here that I've got growing. Some organic lettuce. Well, technically all this stuff is pretty much organic. In this system, there's no additives but the fish waste. So there's no possibility of putting any kind of chemical fertilizers or anything like that in here. In an aquaponics system, you cannot put any additives for your plants. No herbicides or no pesticides. You know, you can't put anything like that in here because you'll kill the fish. And you can't really put much for your fish in here because you'll kill the plants. So basically you have to be completely organic when you have this system. So what happens with this system, the reason why it's going, why you can hear it right now, is I've got these bell siphons right here. And what these bell siphons do is they allow the water to flood and to drain out. That allows for oxygen to get to the roots of these plants a lot better than if they were to sit in the water permanently. So this will flow up the grow bed and it will drain back down, and let's see if we can get a good video of that happening. So this one right here is starting, and as you can see, it just drained down. So I got them working really quick right now. Yeah, it's almost too quick to even capture it. So, but yeah, this system is just going off. And generally, the bigger the system, the easier it is to contain, to make work, because you're not having to fight against keeping the temperature the same, and you're not having to fight with your pH and all that stuff getting imbalanced all the time. So basically, the bigger the system, the easier it is to work with. And right now we got a very small system, and I've had absolutely no problems with it. But it is just going off. I mean, as you can see, this grow bed alone is just growing off. Everything here is getting big. I'll have to fill this one up quite a bit more, but I planted some pepper seeds in here, so hopefully I'll get those things sprouted up and we'll have some peppers growing here pretty soon, ideally. So what happens is your fish, they excrete ammonia from their gills, and this ammonia, through the process of nitrification, there is a bacteria that eats the ammonia and they excrete nitrite. Now nitrite is actually more poisonous to fish and plants than ammonia. So there's another bacteria, it is Nitrobacter, and it eats the nitrite and turns it into nitrate, which is a basic fertilizer for all plants. Most of your plants that you're going to be getting at the farmer's market and, you know, at your local grocery store, their main nutrient that they're going to be given is nitrite or nitrates. So we got a steady flow of nitrates that are coming into the system, and all I got to do is just feed the fish every day. I don't have to weed, as long as I'm not putting too much seeds in here, you know, so I don't have to really thin stuff out. I mean, I could probably do it over here, but, you know, I'm gonna see how it goes, and maybe I'll be able to get away with not having to do it, you know. So that's the only thing that you have to think about, is you don't need as much seeds planted in here. They're basically gonna grow as long as you're getting a good seed. So, and also you can put stuff much closer in this kind of system because they're getting the nutrients at the root level. They're not having to fight with each other for the nutrients. So as long as you're not putting it too much, you know, you're not going to be spending your nutrients too quickly. So here's my aquaponics system. It basically took me about a day or two to set up. At first the bell siphons weren't working, but I finally got them to work. You know, it's just, and this I just put together just to show how easy it is to use. You know, it's pretty cheap for me to build this, and technically for the space that you get in a bigger system, it's actually cheaper to build a bigger system, essentially, because you're getting more space for less cost. So these right here, these are bulkheads, and these bell siphons in here, there's just a standpipe coming out of this, and I've got these, there's 4-inch PVC over the top of this, and a 4-inch PVC plug that I got a hole drilled in the top, and I've got a snorkel going out the side. And this thing is just, it's amazing. I mean, I already knew it was going to work. You know, I had absolutely no doubt. I've been studying this stuff for years now, and it's just finally decided to get it done. You know, that's all it really takes, is deciding to get it done. So really with these kind of systems, they're going to be blowing your mind out of the water. You know, you're not even going to understand how fruitful this stuff is until you just get it done. You can't procrastinate with this stuff. You just got to get it done, and it will just amaze you. Anyways, thank you for watching the video, and that is my aquaponics system. Bye.